No mistake, least said, sooner spending. A kind word costs nothing, and a bird in the hand can get you arrested.
Never you mind him. He's just a big, jolly old prat. Anybody want a drink?
Drink! I love it! Oh, it always gets me, that joke, the way you pretend this is a real pub. Drink, you must be joking. Oh, dear. Actually, I love her, even though she is a loony lefty lesbian. Oh, begging your highness, Lord Stezzer, to use such language in front of the aristocracy?
No, on the contrary, pretend landlord Bobser. I love it when you talk dirty to me.
Huh? And me, I do as well.
God, you people make me angry. You sit here talking complete drivel, while every second that clock ticks away, the Russians invade another small nation, and we've got to stop it.
Fair enough. Don't worry, son, it's just a prop.
I do hope you realise that you're spoiling the magic for everyone.
Oh, lummy call blimey, I have amazing news.
What news, Bezza?
Can we just hold it there? Sorry, can we stop here, please? Pleasure me senseless with a market vegetable, Bezza, but that was pathetic.
What?
Well, have you seen the script? What does it say here? Enter Bezza, shocked and excited. Now, if the author had intended you to drift on like a three-toed sloth on Mogadon, he would have said so. Now, get out and come in again. Leave the set this instant, sir. I'm terribly sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen, but Bezza is with us from a youth training scheme, and I did promise the Prime Minister faithfully that we would give him a proper apprenticeship and not just use him for cheap labour. I'm sure you understand. Anyway, Shizza, can we go back to your cue for Bezza's entrance again, please?
I do hope you realise that you're spoiling the magic for everyone.
Lummy call blimey, I've got amazing news.
Oh, he's sulking! The little oik sulking!
I'll deal with this. Oh, now listen here, you little thicky poor boy. You'll do it shocked and excitedly, or you'll be back on the dole in 2 shakes of a monkey's scrotum. Now get out!
I do hope you realise that you're spoiling the magic for everyone.
Lummy call blimey! Amazing news!
Oh, well, now you're just taking the mick.
Look, I'm sorry, everybody. This is just getting embarrassing. Can we run 1 or 2 of these comedy playlets just for a while we try and get young Bezza sorted out? Thank you.
Oh, look, there's... Ow! Oh.
Yes?
Have you got a car?
Yes?
Do you want it washed?
No. Leave it alone and go away.
I said go away! You touch my car and I'll call the police. What's your name?
Martin.
Well, if I catch you around here again, I'll call the police. What the bloody hell do you think you're doing?
Asking people if I could wash their cars. It's £1. £1.50 if you want it polished.
Look, if you even go near my car, I'll kill you. Now just leave it alone and get the hell out of here. It's got an alarm on it. Linked up to the police station and it's connected to the mains. If you touch it, you're dead.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh? Have you touched it? Have you touched my car? I'll kill you if you have.
Well, I don't know which one it is, do I?
It's the white cap. Oh, that's very clever. We know all the tricks, don't we?
Look, I only want to wash it. It's £1.
Yes. Wash it like you wash telephone kiosks and you wash old ladies' handbags and you wash policemen in the groin at football matches. Well, let me tell you, Sonny, I paid for that car with sweat and hard graft and money. I'm not about to let some grubby little animal slash the tyres and kick the headlights in and scratch the doors and then steal it. Are you alone? Where are the rest of you? My God, they're on the roof! Mary! Get upstairs! Don't you just do it! You filthy animal!
Look. Will you give me £1 not to wash it?
Not to wash it. And you won't polish it either.
Well, it's £1.50 not to polish it.
Doom, 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 doom.
Son, is that you? Listen, I'm at the Copacabana with Denise, Bev and Warren. I did ask you. It's not my fault your mum's an old cow, is it? Anyway, listen, son, it's really awful. I don't know what to do. You've got to help me. Warren's just kissed me. Yes. Yes, babes, Warren. Blimey, how many Warrens do we know? No, 6, actually. There's that Warren works down the Star. Anyway, listen, son, listen. We were sitting on the left, right, underneath the parrots, and he just leant over, right, and said, I think you're really nice, and kissed me. Yeah. That was lovely. Bev was in the lav. No, Denise was in the lav as well. They went off together. God, son, what am I going to do? This is really serious. Well, what if they go off to the lav again and leave us? I mean, they could be in and out of there all night. It's the only place you can hear yourself think down here. I can't just go back and sit down. It would be so obvious. I mean, look, let's face it, son. There's always been a bit of a thing, right, between me and Warren. I mean, do you remember that time down at the Odeon? With the ice cream? We're going to have a talk, you know, because we cannot let it go on like this. We've been ignoring the facts for too long now. I mean, you should see him tonight. White shirt, Wranglers, feather haircut, dripping in Aramis. And I just don't think I'm going to be able to control my feelings, son. I know. It's awful. It's awful, isn't it? Bev's going to be so upset. I feel such a cat. Oh, hang on, something's happening. Oh, no, it's all right. Bev's gone off to the lav again. No, on her own. Hang on. Son. He's kissing her. Denise! Denise, no, I am not kidding. Bloody hell, the two-timing bastard! I'll bring you back, son. I'm going to the lab.
Out of the question. We cannot proceed with this episode until he's learnt to deliver his line like a professional.
Well, what's he doing on a youth training scheme anyway? He's far too old.
Well, perhaps you're unaware, Ezra, that in order to bring unemployment below the 1 million mark, the government has raised the school leaving age to 55.
The only way to get people off the dole is to stop giving it to them.
Quite right. When I was a lad that didn't have any nice youth training schemes, you had to go out and get yourself a job.
Well, I still don't see why, just because the Labour Party and the trade unions have forced all this unemployment on Mrs. Thatcher, that we should have to put up with some disgusting little gutter snipe who can't even say his line.
Yeah, I'm not blooming deaf, you know.
I didn't say you were deaf, Bezra. I said you were a disgusting little gutter snipe.
I thought you said I was deaf.
Well, all the best, and mine's a large one, but this is getting silly, eh? I mean, here we are, hardly half a miney mo into the first episode, and we've completely seized up.
Well, it's better not to do it at all than to do it badly, Bob's my cloud of unknowing.
Well, I feel sorry for the talentless wee torag.
I said I wasn't blooming deaf.
Nobody's saying you are deaf, Beza.
Right, Shizza? I must get my hearing tested.
As I was saying, could we not just skip his line and get on with it?
Well, pretend barmaid Chizzer, considering his line happens to be, "Lummy cor blimey, I have amazing news. There's going to be an earthquake, we've won the pools, and watch out for that killer shark." It'd be a bit difficult to skip it, don't you think?
Exactly. We're just going to have to teach him how to act.
Well, you know, I shouldn't be at all surprised if it doesn't take us so long to teach the little tyke to get his lines right, that by the time he does, it'll be the end of the show and there won't have been any point.
He's just given away the punchline to the whole thing.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Doom, 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 doom.
Donaldson, sir. Just brought my boy, Neil.
Ah, yes, Neil. Mr. Donaldson, do come in. Sit down, sit down. Sergeant Harris has just made some tea.
Oh, army tea. Love a cup.
Neil? Yes, thank you. No sugar, please.
Oh, army tea, Neil. Take it just as it comes. Always hot and sweet. Am I right, Sarge?
So, Neil, I gather you're interested in the idea of an army career, is that right?
Well, yes.
Reasonable O-levels, good at games, but look at him, eh? Is he a man? Nowhere near. Huh? Has he ever actually served? Ever immersed himself in that position of mutual responsibility and individual self-respect that's second nature to men of our generation?
I'd like to learn a trade. I thought perhaps mechanics, you know, tanks, that sort of thing.
Yes, well,
Painting coals black, drilling, square bashing, spud bashing, packy bashing. All seems pointless at the time, but it teaches you to serve with honour. Do I sound old-fashioned? I'll make no apologies. Serve with honour. When did his generation ever serve? Eh? Hey, go and visit a few old ladies once a week, huh? Go on a sponsored cartwheel to raise money for the open prison, that's right.
Or failing that, I thought perhaps electronics, the signals or something.
Well, of course, there's the Royal Corps of Signals.
Every day there are muggings, rapings, beatings up, systematised violence. All right, that's the army. No one said it was a place for weaklings. But police, it teaches you to look after number one. I'm all right, Jack. Just some way of, acquiring a skill.
A skill, yes, naturally.
Something about us army-trained men. Don't know what it is exactly. A dignity, a bearing, self-respect, call it what you will. You've got it, sir, of course. I flatter myself I've got a trace of it left. We've been fit. We know the limits of our bodies. We know what it is to command, and perhaps more importantly, we know what it is to obey.
Basically, anything to get away from my father.
Yes, I see. Well, Sergeant...
Sir!
No, not you, Sergeant Harris. Could I have form E37L, please?
Begging your pardon, sir, I was back there. E-barracks, Famagusta, standing in front of Colonel Bacchus, taking the orders of the day. He was like a father to me, Colonel Bacchus. I served that man, did I say that man? That saint! I served that saint for 2 years. He was a bastard. We loved him. He was like a father to every man in Cyprus. Father, mother, confessor, girlfriend, one-night stand all rolled into one. The most decorated officer in the British Army. Why not? Why not? An officer can dress up occasionally if you like, can't he?
Dad, it's not like that anymore. It's changed completely since your day. It's a place for professionals, a chance to learn a trade and get out of the rat race.
No? Let's give it that idea. No, Mr. Donaldson, I'd like to congratulate you on one of the most moving and accurate descriptions of today's army I've ever heard. Believe me, if ever you need a desk in this office, it is yours.
But what? And stand up when you're addressing an officer of the Queen! Thank you, sir. I can see he's in safe hands now. Thanks for the cuppa, Sarge.
Well, yeah, mate, any time.
Right, you medical, strip and jar! Double, double, double!
Murder of Roger Ackroyd. It's good, that. The narrator himself did it. Quite clever. Murder on the Orient Express. They all did it together. Don't look now. The hero gets murdered by a little red dwarf. Silly that. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. The mole is Bill Hayden. And Smiley's people, Carla, defects to the circus. All right, there you go. Back in a fortnight, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome. Helping hand, that's me. Saves you bothering to read them now. All my ladies appreciate the little extra services.
What? You telling the endings to all these whodunits?
Oh, no. Oh, good Lord, no. Not everyone reads crap. No, I tell them the endings to the classics, works of philosophy, restoration comedies. I told someone the ending to an atlas yesterday. Venezuela. Not a lot of people know that.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Well, I've got 3 other books here, and I'd like them stamped by someone else, please.
Suit yourself. Philidor!
Good afternoon, miss. Are you familiar with this book?
Hercule Poirot's Christmas. No, I've never read it.
Good,
I didn't
would you-
need to, you see, because Miss Morgan told me. The detective did it.
Look, will you please stamp this book out without telling me who did it?
Right, keep your shirt on. Sherlock Holmes, that's nice. Don't worry, can't even remember who did it, but I do know that the speckled band is a snake.
That's all you need to know, really. That's the crux.
That is the bloody limit! The pair of you have totally ruined my enjoyment of these books. You're interfering, busybody, literary saboteurs. And I hate you. Both. Where is the chief librarian?
Sir.
Your staff told me the endings to all my whodunits.
No, sir, I can only apologise for the professional zeal of my colleagues and trust that since Sir has one remaining book, he will allow me to stamp it for him personally.
Well, there you are.
Thank you, sir. Ah, A.J.P. Taylor's The Second World War. I'm reading it myself, sir.
Well, for God's sake, don't tell him who won.
I don't need you to tell me that the Allies won.
You bastard, sir. I was only halfway through.
Now then, young Bezo, we're going to teach you to act, so that you may be a credit to us, to yourself, to the pretend pub, and to your family. in whatever foul tenement they eke out their miserable existence.
Just a minute, Lord Stazer. There's no shame in being poor.
Shizzer! Ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely apologise for that last remark. I assure you, it in no way reflects the editorial policy of either myself or my mother. Now, Ezra, these are to be your lessons. From Ezra, you will learn deportment.
Oh, Lord Stesser, surely you're not going to have me deported just for being a yacht.
It means how to walk properly, you peasant.
Ezra, please. Thank you, Ezra, that was gorgeous. Now, pretend Landlord Bobsy has kindly consented to demonstrate to you the noble art of the actor's makeup. Bobsy.
I was talking to Donald Sinden the other day, and he's absolutely convinced that Sir Peter wants me for the national love.
There you are, and that's the sort of thing that actors make up.
Now then, Bezza, Shizzer and I are going to show you a little bit about the stage fight game, or rough fall tumbling, as the Yanks call it. Now, the trick is, Bezza, is to ride out the blow. There's no danger, you're perfectly safe, as long as you ride out the blow. The king of them all, Lunatic O'Dimple, once took a Pershing missile full in the gut simply by riding it out. He took it smack in the breadbasket, pulled back on it, and it glanced off harmlessly, completely destroying Guildford.
What a man Lunatic O'Dimple must have been.
One of a breed, Bezza, one of a breed. Now, Shizzer is going to try and take me out with that sherry bottle, but she won't do it because I'm going to ride it out. I'm going to pull back on bottle and ride it out. Now go. There, you see?
Mail's on the desk, sir.
Oh, good.
Already?
No calls, I think, this morning. There's rather a lot to get through,
Right.
okay?
Yes, but there is a Mr. Sandwich to see you, sir.
Sandwich?
Mm.
Sandwich. Now, where have I heard that name before? No, not going to remember. All right, show him in, please.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and 2 coffees, please, Miss Sandwich.
Yes, sir.
Come in.
Sorry, it was the door. I'll come in again. Sorry.
Yes, come in. Mr. Sandwich, is it?
That's right, yes. The reason I've summed a key... Sorry, come to see you. I'll get it right. Sorry.
Yes, come in.
Sorry, all right.
Yes, come in.
Hello, my name's Sandwich. I work in the office... office opposite.
Look, if you've got something to say, why not...
It's okay, I've got it. I work in the office opposite. I was just looking out the window and I saw that your car was being broken into.
What? Where's he gone?
Hello, my name's Sandwich.
Which way
I work in the office...
Jesus! Which way does it...
Oh, you're going now, are you? Yeah, I'll just run through it a few times. We'll do it when you get back.
Wake up, please. Wake up at once, please. Wake up now. Come on, wake up.
Just do as they say, dear.
That is very good advice, Mr. Ram. I do hope you will continue to be as sensible.
Wake up!
Mont, they are awake. I am talking. I see that we share a taste in pictures. You are fond of Matisse?
Look, who are you? What do you want?
Such courageous strokes of the brush. Courageous and yet cunning. What were you doing, please, at 8:30 yesterday morning?
I was having breakfast.
Line number 1. Mont.
You finish your breakfast at 8:26 and you left the house at 8:27.
So, I ask you again, what were you doing, please, at 8:30?
Well, I was on my way to work.
You went straight to your place of work?
Yes.
Line number 2, you did not go straight to your place of work?
Well, the newsagent, I stopped off at the newsagent.
The newsagents. The newsagents. And what did you purchase at the newsagents, Mr. Ram? Was it 20 filtered tippings, perhaps? Or a bar of nourishing nougat covered in thick chocolate? No, I think not. What, tell us, did you purchase at the newsagents?
I can't remember.
Come, Mr. Ram, don't play games with me. I'm not very good at them. What? Try and refresh Mr. Ram's memory.
cast your mind back. You're leaving the house. Are you wearing a raincoat? Is it pitter-patter outside, or maybe a big...
No. Hit him!
No, paper. I bought The Guardian.
So, after all the lies and the evasions, we have the truth. It wasn't so very difficult after all, was it, Mr. M?
But it isn't a crime to buy The Guardian, is it?
Of course not. There's no crime.
I mean, lots of people read The Guardian.
Names. Names of all the people who read The Guardian.
For?
For our own purposes.
For your own what?
For our own purposes.
Well, the Harrisons read The Guardian, don't they?
Lie number 3, the Harrisons take the mail. And I may also say that they were most cooperative.
Why on earth do they take the mail?
Well, why do you take The Guardian?
Oh, well, I like the style of the editorials. It's serious, but there's always an acid note of humour there.
The women's page often makes me very angry, but, I think that's a good thing.
It can be very provocative.
Without ever being patronising.
All in all, it's just a very good read.
So, there you have it. It's a serious paper, but with a lighter side. It's provocative, but not patronising. And it's just a very good read. Above all, there is no crime in reading The Guardian. At the moment.
Sake, Huzzer, will you stop moaning? It was only a pretend bottle.
It still hurt.
It was a prop made out of glass sugar.
Calling me sugar isn't going to change anything. You got angry, you lost control, and smashed me over the head with a bottle. I simply cannot respect you anymore.
It was a prop. A bottle specially designed to be smashed over people's heads without it hurting.
Oh, and I suppose that somehow makes it all right, does it?
I had to do it. It was in the script.
I had to do it. It was in the script. Now we finally come down to it. I was only following orders. Now, where have I heard that before? The Nuremberg trials, perhaps? Yes, I rather think it was. It never occurred to you, I suppose, to act like an individual instead of a jack-booted, faceless cog.
Well, it can't have come as a surprise, darling. We have rehearsed it 50 times.
Does an argument like that get me my head back? No. And it didn't stop the Second World War either.
Can we have everybody in position, please? Bez is ready to go. He's learnt his lines. I think we'd best have her cue, please, if you can, Chizza. Thank you.
I do hope you realise that you're spoiling the magic for everyone.
Blummy call blimey! Amazing news! Love!
Beza, that was absolutely wonderful, and because you're wonderful and because you delivered your lines so beautifully, I'm in a position to award you an Oscar.
Lord Stesser, everyone, this award doesn't belong to me, you know that. It belongs to the prop department.
Now, can we please get on with the show?
I'm afraid not, my love bliss crisis, because Pretend Landlord Bobser was absolutely right when he predicted the punchline to this show back in scene 2. We have indeed run out of time, and now we'll never know what news it was that Beza had to give us. But not to worry, because I'm sure there'll be lots more adventures in the Pretend Pub next week. Until then, bye-bye.